Hey everyone, hope you guys are all having a good afternoon or good evening or morning or wherever you guys are from. We'll wait for a few more people to hop on in here, then we'll talk a little bit about Bitcoin. Let's see what's going on right here though. Looks like we're fighting the Fibonacci level today. Crawling down a little bit. Let me add a support level here. There you go. That's something I would like to see if we can hold it later on. And auto, how far away are we from that sucker? Well, not too bad at the moment. It's only 5. Okay. That should be fine there. And there you go. Make this full screen, and then I'll actually take off some of these Fibonacci levels for now. There we are. Okie dokie. Hey Zenith. Hey Prince. Hey LaPush. Hey Roman Percussion, my man. Hope your channel's been doing well. Hey, I am so far so well. I'm only going to be streaming here for like maybe an hour and a half tonight because Loki. I took him to the vet, not to the vet today, to the groomer, and they found a flea on him. It was just one flea, but it sent me enough into a panic where I had to buy everything. Like I bought I started doing cleaning the carpets. What else I started doing? I got him some extra flea medication, and then just making sure he's fine because I do not want fleas in my place. So today's been a pretty much crackdown day where all I've been doing is cleaning and throwing all of my clothes into the dryer to kill anything that could potentially be on them. But the fact that she found one flea was kind of nice. But yeah, it freaked me out a little bit. Hey Ryan, hi 1977. There we go. Hey Tony, and hey Little Cole. I haven't seen you for a second, man. I hope you're doing well. All right, there we go. Okie dokie. I think there's enough people here for now. Yeah, well, we can get going. Hope more people will show up as we go along. Move that over here. Yeah, but besides the fleas, it's been a good day. Or the flea. But she gave him a flea bath when she saw it, so that was kind of nice of her. Let me see what we got going here. Overall, guys, actually, let me go over here and put the Fibonacci levels back on. Actually, Betty, let me just do them myself because they weren't actually accurate last time, or not as accurate as I want them to be. Let's plop it down here with a magnet. Let's got step one here. Okay, my gosh, this is what's going to annoy me. 69,000. There we are. Okay. Yeah, so it looks like we're getting rejected by one of these Fibonacci levels at the moment. I want to see how if we're able to hold or not. Let me go over here to the 15. See this blue line right here? There was a little bit of resistance. We managed to pop above it for just a second, but we got knocked back down here. I'm hoping we can keep the momentum and keep this uptrend going. But you did see a little bit of a bearish crossover right there. As long as we can stay over the 200 here on the 15-minute chart, I'd be more encouraged about that one. Otherwise, what do we have on the hour chart? Yeah, we have the 50 here. There's one opportunity. But be careful of a sudden dip on Bitcoin today, guys. It doesn't mean we're going to come all the way back down to 45,000, like that. But we could definitely be doing these higher lows. We might just have to come down a little bit lower, back down here to maybe 49,000 before we try to pop back up again. But again, we have some levels of support behind us, or in front of us, so that's a nice thing. All right, there we go. Pop that right there. Hey, Ryan, flea dip. Oh, yeah, no, he's fine now. He doesn't have any fleas anymore. Usually he has everything he needs. So I'm guessing the flea was just from outside because we went straight from the dog park to the groomer. So I'm wondering if they just found him there. But like, if you were to look at my carpet right now, you'd see all those marks when it happen. When you actually do like a shampoo your carpet. I'm making sure there's no problem whatsoever as far as Loki's concerned, my man. Let's see. Hey, that's awesome, Roman. That's awesome, my man. I'm glad your channel's doing good. Hey, Kate, I'll check out the email. I definitely will check out the email. I think I might have seen it. I think you talked about something we talked about as well. You talked about, I didn't answer because I was busy with my mom, but you looked at the weekly chart and you saw a huge double top, which we talked about a few times here, and in the short term, a head and shoulders play. And if you guys want to see what Ken was referring to here in his email, you guys see short term. You guys can kind of see a shoulder, a head, and a potential shoulder over here. Well, and then if you guys go over to the weekly chart, I think we looked at this 4 days ago or something like that. If you look right here on the weekly, it looks like a gigantic double top. I'm hoping we don't actually complete the double top and come back down here to 28,000. Because if we came down to 28,000, I'd actually open up a larger short position. What I want to see is it's not come back down here and start to break out before then and just not necessarily just spike, even though that'd be good. But bare minimum, I just want us to go sideways a little bit here. And even on the weekly chart, you guys can actually see this shoulder here and a head and a potential another shoulder coming up in the next few weeks. So it is there. The good thing is even if we do hit some type of shoulder later on, you guys will have an ample opportunity to make some money if you guys are buying down here. The one thing I'll see though is, no, I should be fine for now. If you guys don't know where the head and shoulder is, let me just pull out a picture for you guys. This PC. Oh God, I hate this computer. Or not computer, this new system they have up. Desktop, there we go. YouTube files, patterns. And a double top, or excuse me, a head and shoulders looks like this right here. Oops, sorry, I'd open up on one of my other monitors. Shoulder, head, shoulder, head, shoulder, head, shoulder, then reversal. So it's usually a reversal indication. So hopefully we don't have that happen. But that would probably happen in a couple of months if it did. So we'll see how it works out. Until then, we just want to continue climbing up bit by bit here. Let me go back over here to the, oops, no, that's not what I wanted to do actually. There we are. Back over here on the 5. Actually, for now, I can actually stick to the second chart. A little bit more entertaining, of course. And then from here, let's take a quick peek at some of your other guys' coins. And then I'll answer any of you guys' questions that you guys have. And hey, Probin, thank you very much, very much for the super chat, man. I really do appreciate it quite a bit. And hey, Justin, hey, Mike, hope you're having a good week so far. So far, a good week. I'm pretty exhausted and tired. What happened? Oh, for some reason, I woke up like at 4 o'clock this morning, and I went to bed like at 2 o'clock this morning. So I didn't get much sleep. But after this stream, I'm going to be passing out, which isn't going to be too bad. Let's see. As far as Dogecoin is concerned, you can see it almost had a type of double top here, even though it wasn't too good. But it did have a type of double top where it came back down to the neck and it broke down from there. I'm hoping it can actually hold this level though. So Dogecoin still looks the same. Nothing crazy happening just yet on this one. Trying to hold on support barely. Ethereum is still grinding up. I like what I see from Ethereum. It's not really dropping off a rock or heading back down to the trend line as of now. So I think we're looking pretty well. I think Ethereum should be okay for at least another few days. I'm interested to see what happens sometime in the next 2 weeks with Ethereum. I think Ethereum could have a big drop if Bitcoin isn't looking too hot. Matic, okay, it's still grinding. You can still hold Matic if you guys want to. I'm looking at the cross, looks fine. I started shaving off some of my Matic here just because I'm not entirely sure how much further this thing wants to go. So I just shaved off about 20%. But again, I bought over here, so I definitely made a decent profit. Not a massive one. You'll see right there about 45%. Pretty decent for a coin like Matic. But you guys know how much I enjoy day trading Matic and swinging it. But yeah, so I'm starting to scale out of Matic here. Overall, I think it's still fine. ADA is still breaking down. I think ADA still has a little bit more room to come down here. I think ADA can come back down to like $1 or so. So be careful about this one. Hopefully Bitcoin's able to cause it to surge. But right now, this thing is in a pretty downward trend at the moment. And we're about to have a death cross in ADA as well. XRP about to have a bearish cross as well here. This one has more room to come down. BitTorrent, so this has been something very interesting. We saw a couple days ago BitTorrent had its new news. Overall, I'm not exactly excited about it, but I'm happy that the news has caused a catalyst, which has been having some fun. And you can see right now, BitTorrent is actually trying to break out right now. It's up 11% on the day. So BitTorrent can actually do some real good here if it's able to keep this move up. Why is this a MACD? I feel like it should be something else. There we go. But yeah, I like BitTorrent a lot. I haven't bought any more BitTorrent, but it still looks pretty good. If this somehow goes parabolic over the next week or so, just because of all this news, I will probably start shaving off more of my long-term position and then be looking to buy back down at lower prices. Because what's happening here, if I can pull up Twitter for you guys, as far as BitTorrent is concerned. BitTorrent, okay, here we go. This right here. While maintaining current market cap, old BitTorrent tokens will be redenominated and swapped with new at a ratio of 1 to 1,000. The total supply will increase to this. So I don't really like when people increase the supply of a coin. I like when people burn them and whatnot, but I don't like when people actually increase the supply. And so because of that, I'm thinking of, that's why I'm okay with scaling out. Normally with BitTorrent, it's a very long-term hold. I kind of like what they're trying to do, but this, I want to see how the market reacts when the swap actually happens. So I'm probably going to be scaled out about 50%, 50 to 60% total on the day of this big boom here, on the day of December 12th. And then depending on what BitTorrent looks like after that, I will be able to hop back in. It's just me being a little bit paranoid. I hate when the supply is increased. So it's just something that I personally don't like, but overall, I'm still going to be holding a few million BitTorrent at the end of the day, so it's not like I've sold much off there. Let's see. There we go. So far, BitTorrent's looking good. Let me go over to the 4-hour very fast to show you. I had a few buying opportunities if you guys really wanted them. I would have actually said the 200 is the best thing. You're seeing some bullish crosses here on the 4-hour as well, so BitTorrent's still looking pretty good. It might have a cooldown here pretty soon, but I think right now BitTorrent's looking pretty darn nice. Ethereum Classic. Let me go back to the daily charts for you guys. Death Cross. Yeah, nothing too good here. So Ethereum Classic can possibly come back down a little bit here. XLM. Bearish crossovers. Yeah. Remember last time when I said altcoins look like they want to come down? It looks like altcoins want to come down a little bit here. Hopefully Bitcoin's able to save them, but just be careful with some of these moves here. STMX. Let me see. This is EOS. Yeah, it doesn't look too healthy. STMX. I'm hoping that STMX can have a little bit of a pop off just to follow BitTorrent. Sometimes STMX likes to follow BitTorrent when it has some higher volume and higher trading activity. Anything else I need to look at here? One last thing I'll look at is SHIB. SHIB still grinding down bit by bit. Had the bearish cross here, the 200 down here. Yeah, I wouldn't be touching this just yet. If you wanted to buy some SHIB, it'd be a much smaller position. That, no. Link, what am I looking at? Nothing too special here. Yeah, falling off a cliff, trying to barely hold on to support. Hopefully that can last. Anything else now? Luna. Why do I have a strategy on here? That's interesting. Okay, that's fine. There's these little arrows here, and they're not supposed to be here. I'm wondering what's causing them at the moment. But yeah, so I think Luna is actually a pretty decent play right now as well. Probably best to be day trading it though, and not actually buying along, because you want to ride these waves until it causes another breakout. Okie dokie. There we go. Let's go back over here to BitTorrent. There we go. All right. Hey, Jason. Hey, Georgette. Let's see. Hey, Mark, I'm sorry to hear about your dog. Hey, 1977. Could have picked up a flea in close contact with another dog at the dog spoke. Oh, yeah. Loki was going crazy with other dogs today, and it was raining, so I wouldn't be surprised. But, I can get paranoid about this type of stuff because I haven't found any fleas in here. But that doesn't mean I'm gonna not clean everything in case there is one flea or one egg or something like that. I want to make sure this place is nice and clean. And plus, my cleaning lady hasn't showed up in like 3 weeks. I'm probably gonna fire my cleaning lady, but it's a pain in the butt because she's pregnant. But at the same time, she just hasn't shown up over and over and over again. And so I'm like, yeah, you're trying my patience, and I'm not one that actually likes to clean. And so I just pay somebody to do it for me, right? Gives me more time for YouTube, more time for Loki. But now I'm just like, yeah, you haven't been here for almost a month. My place isn't getting messy because I still clean, but that means less time for YouTube and stuff like that. I need my place to be somewhat clean, unless Loki destroys it, then it's fine. Let's see. Hey John, I do not follow BBIG. Let's see. Hey Puneet, so Bitcoin can come down to 29K? It can if it wants to complete this head and shoulders move. Yeah, it can, or this double top. Bitcoin can definitely come back down to 29,000. Yes. CKB coin. What is CKB? I feel like I've heard it before, but Noverse Network. What number is it? 114. A pretty high market cap to be buying in at the moment. Looks pretty good for the year. It's up 10%. Let's see. It's okay. It's trying to grind back up here. Personally, I think it could be fine here for a long-term hold. You actually look at the year-to-date. Still pumping. I don't think if you're looking to buy long-term, though, you want to buy this right now. You'd probably want to look to buy it a while from now because it's already been pumping up for a minute. You would have definitely wanted to wait until you saw somewhat of a real downward turn before actually buying this for a long-term hold. If you wanted to right now, I'd probably just split up that buying power. A few buys every few weeks or something like that. But that looks okay. It's in a gigantic downtrend at the moment. That should be fine though. But I think overall it should be fine. Let's see. Hey Cascadia and Tia and SHIB. Yeah, SHIB's not really doing anything special at the moment. Maybe that can change here pretty soon. It's trying to hold on to the support level of 2944. Those are the last four digits. And I just moved that line. There we go. Had a little bit more of a bearish cross. If you have some SHIB and you bought it down here, or maybe you bought it around here, you could still hold on to it. Personally, though, if you guys are looking for a buying opportunity, I would only be putting in a small position now and maybe something a little bit larger if we end up coming back down to this buying level at the moment. Until then, I'm not going to be really looking at SHIB too much, or not looking at it, but not trading it. Otherwise, I'm going to be waiting for a breakout here. And if there's a breakout, that could be a really good move. It'll be predicate on, Bitcoin will have to have a little bit of a rally in order for that to occur, though. Unless whales can really try to pump this up one more time. But I don't know if they're going to be able to, because there's a lot of bag holders up here at SHIB that didn't sell. And now they're just waiting for this thing to kind of pop back off. So be careful with SHIB, but I think overall, if you have some, you can continue to hold with some confidence. Probably just have a stop loss there at 2944 as the last four numbers. There we go. Hey, let's go. Should I sell Bitcoin? No, I didn't sell. I didn't sell. I sold part of my Bitcoin like a while ago. I told you guys that, but I haven't sold any more of it. Let's see. Hey Mo, Matic is close to the top. It looks like if they have some extra volume, it may be able to like really punch up. But right now, it seems kind of iffy. Let's see. Hey, the push buy crypto at day, otherwise it'll be crypto night. Yeah, Jesus, yeah, that's right. Let's see. Hey, buddies. Oh, you got SHIB at a really good price and a very, very good price. Joseph says I got behind the fours. Yeah, sometimes it just depends on where you find these coins. Remember, guys, if you guys are looking for some of these coins that are very undervalued, or they just have a very tiny market cap, all you have to do, it's going to require some work on your part. It's not going to be something easy, but it's kind of a little bit of luck in there as well. What you have to do is come over here to CoinMarketCap, go to about page 4 or 5 if you want to, and then from there scroll down into these lower market cap coins and see if you can find anything worth buying there. That's usually what I'm going to be looking at here. And if I see something, like you actually have to click on something here, like click on the coin. From there, click on the website. See what the website does. See if they do anything fun or interesting that can be shared on social media. Then after that, you're going to go to Twitter and you're going to see how they do on Twitter right here. They're from the Netherlands, and see how big their following is, see how big the fanatics are. And then if you feel like they have enough of a social media presence, you can always buy a position in there for a long-term play. Let me go back out of here now. And remember, if you ever find the coin, in order to buy it, all you have to do is come down here, and you can see all the markets where you can buy it. So you can buy it in KuCoin, Bitfinex, Uniswap. There's many opportunities for you to buy some of these coins like this. Anything else here? Let's go back to one now. There we go. Bitcoin's having a little bit of a move there. Hey, Brett, is Bitcoin going under 50,000? Oh, yeah, probably. I mean, unless we're able to break back above the Fibonacci level. You're seeing right now how we're looking at a little bit of a curl. Okay, Loki sneezed a little bit. But it looks like we want to do something like this. And then probably bounce. So I'm kind of waiting it out, being patient. Remember, I already bought down here and I'm not really buying anymore. So I'll see what happens. But right now I'm just being patient with it. It's not really the time to be buying at this moment. You really want to see how this day candle goes, because if we start going on to higher, lower lows here, then we can definitely start breaking down and then testing out the 200 moving average again. And that by then, that's all the way back down here, like $47,000. So it won't be a fun time at all for anybody. I'm really more excited for Bitcoin when it actually starts to break out of this downward trend here. The moment it does that, I'm going to feel much, much more confident. But until then, we're on a little bit of a timer where we don't want to see the 50-day moving average cross down below the 200. And, so far we should be okay. But if Bitcoin does take another leg down to maybe the mid-40s or something like that, that could be a protracted bear market, which, like I said, it's not going to be fun for anybody. There we go. Let's see. Hello, W. She's getting a little bit better today. Today she was able to walk around a little bit. I think she might have an allergy to something, because she's been coughing up a lot. I've been coughing a lot. I don't know why. I got a COVID test today. I'll wait till tomorrow to see what it is, or until they let me know. But I have to. Well, I'm not doing it. I'm getting my sister to do it. But I'm gonna all of the clothes and everything in the room. We're gonna rewash it. And I think maybe something in her new detergent that she just got a while ago, maybe that's causing her to like cough a lot or have some type of coughing fit. So in case it's something like simple allergic reaction, I'm gonna make sure all of her clothes and stuff are good to go. That way she's hopefully that could be something that could help her out, because right now the doctors have no freaking idea what's wrong with her. Yeah, no worries, Tio. Happy to help you out. Let's see. Would I buy Doge, Elon Mars? No. Wonderspace, what do you think about UOS? UOS, let me take a peek at it. UOS. Let's try KuCoin. Maybe that'll have a decent one. Okay, it's around its all-time highs. It didn't really survive off of the 20. It would have been great to buy on the 50 here. Besides that, I really wouldn't be buying this at the moment. You want to let this pattern play out, and then if this pattern breaks out, then you could do a good solid day trade on it if you wanted to, or a short-term swing. Otherwise, if you do want to buy it right now, again, small position, look at the 20-day moving average as your level of resistance, and I would really suggest trying to buy closer to the 50 and not up here by the 20, because in the next few days, this could easily just come right back down, break through the 50, and then start heading back down here to like $1 or so, or this support, $1.09. So I'd be careful with EOS right now. If you have some, you can definitely look at it, but it's already given you a strong sell signal here a while ago. Let me just show you this sell signal it gave you. Right there. You see how it's trying to ride up this level of resistance now, and it was support. So it had a pretty solid sell alert there, if you will. But the good thing for you at the moment is the moving averages are still looking okay. So that gives you some short-term hope that you have some time to kind of pop this back up, and it could turn into a pennant or something else. Who knows at this point? But then it could start to get a little more bullish over the next few days. Hey, Hisoka. Good morning, my man. Hey, Ryan. Crypto newbie question. Do the bear markets last for crypto as long as they usually do for Forex? Not necessarily. The Bitcoin markets bear markets can take as long as they need to get kind of fixed up. Usually it's deterrent, it's dependent on whales. And when they start putting large amounts of money in there and they start doing some larger leverage positions. But I would say how long a Bitcoin bear market is quite unpredictable. The one thing you can predict, though, unlike Forex, is you can predict a lot of volatility, which is why it's so much more fun to day trade crypto than it is Forex, because if you're seeing something crazy happen in the Forex markets, that means something really bad is happening in the real world. Let's see. Hey, so can you get Michael Whitman coin? Heard it's popping off. I'll make a coin eventually, probably just for fun, but it'll be a long time from now. I still don't understand how coins are even made at this point, or how I would actually make a coin. That's a better one to say it. Hey, good evening, Eaton. Mom's doing fine. She's still coughing a little bit here. I think she might have a cold or something now. I don't know what it is, but whatever she has, she gave it to me. So I went to go get a COVID test today, and then I went over to her place and started washing a whole bunch of her clothes. We think it just might be some type of allergic reaction to something, like a new thing she bought in her soap a while ago, like laundry soap, something like that. So after the stream here tonight, I'm gonna not run, but go drive over there and then finish cleaning up all of her clothes, and then hopefully over the next few days she's not really sneezing or coughing as much. So hopefully that's all it takes. Let's see. Hey, Probin, when? Yeah, let me take a quick peek at it. When you at USTD in particular? Okay. With Binance. Solid breakdown. Okay. Decent level of support now. Kind of grinding this up here. You just had a bearish cross, so I would say this is going to come down a little bit more here. Hopefully it's high enough. You got support right there. I would have your stop loss be somewhere around this 200 daily moving average. Until then, you can look at holding it. This doesn't look too optimistic going for the next few days. So if you wanted to buy here, I'd say buy something short. And that way, if Bitcoin can come along and save it, that's what will definitely get this thing pumping up here. Then you could start to double down or even triple down and then ride it up to either the 20-day moving average or the 50-day moving average. I'd probably say aim for the 20-day moving average going forward. It looks okay. There's nothing too special at the moment. Preferably, you would have wanted to buy it around here at the 200 moving average. So even at this point in time, it's still an okay opportunity. But I'd really have this 200 daily moving out option. If it closes down below that level, then I would look to sell this and just kind of move on to something else here. I think if Bitcoin drops, that'd be the catalyst for that happening. Until then, it'll try to stay above that 200 as best as it can, as you already know. Let's see. Hey, Rob, how do I feel about the BitTorrent pump and then upping the circulation supply up to 990 trillion? So I'm enjoying the pump. I'm making some good money at the moment. I scaled out 20% of my BitTorrent because my BitTorrent was bought at an average of 0.002 here. So, it's pretty darn good at the moment. I'm not, you heard me say this a lot, but I'm not too excited about how much supply they're adding. I don't really understand the logic of it. You never want to increase supply when the demand isn't really increasing with it, right? If you have a steady demand, and then you also have an increase in supply, well, then the price is probably going to go down there. So I'm waiting to see what happens here over the next few days. I'm scaling out of my BitTorrent now. I sold 20% yesterday. I'll probably sell another 20% here tonight, and then I'll see how it comes out tomorrow. But this is a pump that's going against the grain of Bitcoin, if you will. So eventually Bitcoin's going to catch back up to it and pull it down. So I'll probably scale out of quite a bit of mine and then look to buy back down at lower prices. But I'm really cautious to see what happens on December 12th because of this new supply. I'm really not excited about it at all. Although I'm really happy about all the other news they have been putting out there so far. Got $1,000 in that Michael Whitman coin. Let's see. Yeah, I'm pretty much in the same group as you. It looks like Bitcoin wants to come down here a little bit. Here, we'll do the whole kind of gist of what's going on with Bitcoin here. Let me remove the drawings. So as of now, if you kind of squish this up a little bit, you can see a shoulder, a head, and then we could potentially have another shoulder here in the next few days or so. And that shoulder, remember, the shoulders don't have to look exactly the same. So this shoulder can, instead of it following this thing, shoulder, head, it can do something wonky like this. And then, oh, that's a weird shape. But we don't have to have the shoulder be this high. Can it come all the way back up to $60,000 or something like that? So be careful with it. But at the moment, let me click on this. Or actually, better yet. There you go. If you look at this, the next level of where we're going to have some troubles is around the mid $50,000 range, 54, 55,000. But if we want to tap, I think we can get up all the way to 57,000 maybe, and then start curling back down and trying to finish off this bearish pattern. I'm hoping that we can break out of the pattern. A lot of times it looks like we're going to go somewhere, then something completely crazy happens, and then we really, kind of pop off. That'd be a really nice thing to have happen for us now, since we just kind of suffer through this miserable drop. In the short term, Heaton, like in the next few days, you can already see we're starting to curl back down here. If you're looking for somewhat of a support level to try not to fall down below, the current one is going to be about $50,039.74. We're pretty darn close to it at the moment. I'm hoping we don't actually hit it, but I could definitely see us starting a little bit more of a downtrend here, heading back to at least, let's say, $49,500 to test the Fibonacci, if not go all the way down to the 200 daily moving average and seeing if we were able to find support right there. And you're already seeing altcoins come down here a little bit today, but there are some special exceptions like BitTorrent and Link that are up a few percent, which is nice to see as well. But at the moment, Bitcoin does look a little bit bearish. I'm waiting to see if we're going to have a quick pop, and that short-term level we want to stay above, like short-term, is about $50,039.74. Hey, there's the best place to get BitTorrent. I mean, there's a lot of exchanges where you can get BitTorrent. I have a link down to Voyager if you wanted to try them out. They give you $25 for signing up, and they give you interest if you just want to hold it for long-term periods of time. If you're looking just to do a little bit of day trading, I'd recommend BitGet and or Femex or Binance or KuCoin, something like that. Those exchanges are pretty nice. Let's see. Hey, the push. Nothing that bad with the cough, but we're just making sure she doesn't have any allergies with anything. Can anybody advise me whether to buy some Ethereum now or wait? Right now, it seems like it's best to wait. If you did want to buy at right now, it's totally fine. There's still a chance we could pop off here. If you did want to buy, I would say just go small, don't go big. That's usually the safest way to play this at the moment, just because it looks like Bitcoin wants to curl down here a little bit. And of course, Ethereum hasn't, or Bitcoin hasn't broken out of its downtrend yet. So overall, if we haven't broken out, you're supposed to trust the trend, and that means we're going to continue going down until we actually break out of the downtrend at the moment. So that's why I told you guys I'm not really buying much at the moment. I'm just being patient and waiting this out, because we'll turn bullish again. And I'm okay not getting the very, very best price for a swing trade. My long-term trades, I buy all the time at a whole bunch of different random prices. But for these swing trades, I'm just going to be patient and wait them out. I think they're going to be fine later on. But for now, I need to see some bullish moves coming into the market to help me out there. What did I miss right there? What's up with the Polygon on the chart? Been fire? Polygon? Let's see. I don't think Matic has been doing anything. You must be talking about the other Polygon here. Here's Matic right here. It went up quite a bit, but it hasn't done anything today, I don't think. What are we at? No, not much in the last couple of days. It's just trying to rebound here. I've trimmed off a bunch of my Matic. I think it was like I think it was like 20, 30% or something like that. And I'm going to continue scaling some off here if it continues to fall. But I think overall, Matic is fun for day trading at the moment. Really good for day trading. And you're seeing how at the bottom here, how the volume has stayed strong. So I'm hoping for another good day of volume coming in here, which means a lot of buyers are ready to buy up some Matic coins. See. Hey Trent, I like your shirt. Yeah, it's pretty nice. My grandmother got it for me. I don't. Who is it? Mickey Mouse doing something, looking all nice and swaggy. Let's see. Hey MTL Shorts, I'm getting chopped on alts. Can you let me know if CHR is a good buy right now? Probably not. I mean, if Bitcoin's coming down, it's going to drag the whole market down with it, unless it's going against the grain. If that's the case, then you have to do a little bit more day trading and less swing trading. Because you got to be careful with those ones. Let's see. Hey Tony, look at Chris CRSP. Let's see. CRISPR Therapeutics. $78. Broke down, still in a downtrend, hasn't broken out yet. This is a there you go. Death Cross way back over here. No, yeah, Jesus. If you're talking about this CRISPR Therapeutics, it's not the right time to touch it just yet. This thing has been on a pretty steady downtrend, and you're gonna have to wait for it to break out first. Then it's gonna have to break out above the 20, the 50, and the 200. It's gonna be a battle there. I would only recommend buying shares or stocks at this one right now. It doesn't look all too good. Maybe things will switch up a little bit here as it breaks out. Maybe this is the floor, but I'd really wait for some of these moving averages to start crossing over. If not on the daily, at least in the 4 hour, you want to start seeing the 20 cross above the 50, and hopefully the 50 can cross above the 200 in the next few days. But you did see some nice volume come in here. Somebody's trying to stop it from falling anymore, or maybe there's just not as many sellers on the market. There you go. Hey MTL, thanks my man for the super chat. CHR. Yeah, this doesn't look pretty at all. Yowza. This definitely wants to come down to the leg. As far as the Fibonacci's on it, I don't even know if it's going to honor them because of how fast this thing came back down. Held. Tried to hold. Resistance. Okay. Your support level at the moment, at least by the Fibonacci's, is about 55 cents. That's what you're looking at right now as level to hold. The way it's coming down, though, it would probably come down below that and start coming back towards the 200 daily moving average. And that's by then I'll maybe closer to 45 to 50 cents or so. So I would say right now, not looking the best. You're about to see this 20 cross down below the 50 here pretty soon. I don't know. This must have just been one gigantic pump and dump or something like that, because this is absolutely insane. If you're looking to buy in here, I'd look to buy in sometime over the next 3 days, because you're probably going to be able to buy it over here in what do we got? Yeah, here. Oh, sorry, there's a magnet on right now. Somewhere in this loading zone right here. I think that'd be a good opportunity to buy in there, and from there we're just going to be holding for a longer term move. Yeah, I mean, look, everything about this chart looked okay for a while, even came back up, but this thing it was a massive pump and dump at the moment. Volume is still down. What you're hoping for is an increased level of volume coming in here, but for now it looks like it's best just to kind of wait this sucker out and see if you can buy it down here at a very cheap, much cheaper price. Otherwise, you're going to be taking a small position in there, or maybe even a medium if it's at the Fibonacci level, but wait till it comes back down here before trying to hop into it. But for now, yeah, it doesn't look too good at all. This thing has been a crazy, crazy, crazy pump and dump. And it looks like there's a lot of bag holders in it as well. Let's see. Hey, Heaton. Oh, if you guys can, please make sure to like the stream. It does help out the channel quite a bit, guys. Let's see. Hey, play. What do you want me to do with you, Tether? There's not really. It's not going to be doing anything really. Hey, Alexander, what are my thoughts on Crow? As far as Crow is concerned, guys, I like it, just not at this price point. I would be more enthusiastic about buying it once it comes down a little bit more, probably like in a few weeks or so. I like Crow just because of what if you guys own Crow, I'd say it's probably best just to own it using the crypto.com because they give you so many incentives just for holding their coin, which I really like. So if you guys have a certain amount of money in there, you guys can get access to special debit cards with special perks like free Netflix, free Hulu, free stuff like that. And excuse me, you also get to get great interest rates on your for staking your crypto coin, your Crow coin as well. Let's see. It's a metaverse coin. It's game 2022. I mean, then it's probably better for a long-term hold, so you don't have to worry too much about the price. But if you're looking for that move in 2022, it's best to hold it for like a longer-term play and not really worry about the day-to-day moves in the market. So if you have some money you want to toss in there, maybe split it up over the next few weeks and see if overall the average works out a little bit better than if you just bought it now. But overall, if it not overall, but if it's in the metaverse is still going to pop here in the future. It's still going to be a little bit better there, and you can see why all that volatility hopped in there then. Hey RW, I know you answered earlier, but why are you not into Doge Elon Mars? Thanks, Michael Farr. You do right here. Just not. Mostly because I don't have time for it. Normally I might have taken a small position, and I mean small position. But let me see if I can actually pull out the chart for you guys. There we go. You know, maybe if it was over here, maybe I'd want to buy into it. Right now, this coin is slowly dying out. I don't really feel like I need to buy this or do anything to make money. If anything, I'd just be wanting to short this bit by bit. Maybe it'll have a little more of a pump later on, but until it starts kind of moving up here and breaking out, I'm not going to really hold on to it. When I get excited about coins and stuff like that, it's usually on the build-up level, and I buy somewhere around here, and then I'll sell some of it up here on this like the first little breakout. I'll buy more coins afterwards, and then it'll go parabolic, and then this is where I sell like the majority of it, like 80%, and I let the last 20% kind of rally around until something big happens from there. But for now, stuff like the Elon Mars coins and stuff like that, the chart has to look more attractive for me to really want to buy into it, and of course the market cap has to look much better. The market cap is like 700 million. It's not incredibly expensive, but it's a little too expensive for me to really want to buy in here. But again, if this continues to keep on going down, which it looks like it wants to, then maybe the market cap will come somewhere down to 500 million, and I'd feel more comfortable buying a long shot play on this one, trying to ride it back up. Hey Sloth, invest in meme coins after the pump to get wrecked. Yeah, exactly. Normally what you want to do is you want to short after those pops, and then you just want to scale out as the coin continues to go down there. I know a lot of people that did that with SHIB. A lot of people do that with SHIB. There we go. Let me take a quick peek here. Let me X out this. I do want to see if there was any whale activity today as far as Bitcoin's concerned. Ethereum was long shorted Bitcoin. Okay. We've had a few Bitcoin shorts, but I don't see anything too crazy at the moment. Looks like whales are keeping their hands out of this battle, and they're just waiting for us to make a move. I'm hoping that we can just survive this and try to rally back up here. That could happen in the next 45 minutes to an hour here. That's going to be a real good time frame. Otherwise, you're going to see us start to teeter back down here and breaking down below 50,000. And then from there, heading all the way back down here to the Fibonacci level of about 49,000. So watch your altcoins here, guys. It's going to be important evening. But let's see if we can get through it, without losing too much money here. There we go. Let's see. Hey, Sloth. Yeah, I mean, it's a common mistake. Most people do it, whether it's in the stock markets or the crypto markets. Um, Basically, guys, you guys know not to buy after a pump for an altcoin rally. Usually, you want to buy on the pump, and then it'll die back off eventually, or it'll bounce off of the 20 or the 50 or the 200. Those are usually your easiest opportunities to make money after a pump and dump, or during the dump, is to buy on one of those major moving averages. You can hold the coin for maybe up to 2 days after it taps on that point, and then from there you're gonna bring in a few percent at least, upwards of like sometimes up to 30%. But that's the easiest way to play some of these breakouts, these meme coins after they've rallied. Hey, Trap Vids, Kuma Inu. I can take a quick peek at it here. Oops, nope. A lot of Inus these days. Down 3%. Trading View? Not Trading View. Doesn't have a market cap that's easy to read. Let's see. At least what I can see from here. Looks like it's trying to hold steady just a little bit. I probably wouldn't be buying now since Bitcoin looks a little bit weaker. But if you wanted to try this a little bit later on, you can actually, if you want to do this later on, there's going to be an opportunity to draw a trend line from here to this one, to this peak right here. Draw that trend line, and then from there, wait for it to break out above that trend line, and that's when you can strike with a pretty good size play, and then you'll be looking pretty good with profits over that 1 week that you hold that position. There we are. And I want to see, is there anything actually popping off in the market today? Tezos, BitTorrent, yeah, we talked about that one. CRV, Chain, okay. So there's a few good things popping off today. I like to see stuff like that. I'm hoping that BitTorrent can keep the rise up so I can keep selling off some of my shares before this December 12th deadline hits. Yeah, not much over here. All right, let me go talk about this, and let me go back to BitTorrent. Just patiently waiting for BitTorrent to really use this breakout as a good opportunity. Let's see. Yeah, having some trouble here. I'm hoping it can break out above that trend line, though. It's trying hard, but what do we have? 20 and a half hours left. We can watch this play out just a teeny bit here. This is BitTorrent on you guys' screen. Down 60% on both and wondering whether to dump. Most people by now would have already dumped and then just put that money in the cash and just hold it for another play. What I would tell you to do going forward is to have a stop loss in place to protect yourself in case something like that happens again. Let me see if I can pull this up. So if you want to become a full-time trader in the future, or at least make consistent profits, and like some people I know, they trade full-time or they trade part-time, but make more money than their day job, but they enjoy the day job because they have like friends and stuff like that. I have friends, but you know, it's not the same as the office talk and things like that. So let me see if I can go here to my order book. Order book. This is the one I use for one of the tutorials for you guys. I'm going to revamp this a little bit here, but this is the basic gist, my man. You want to, before you even make any trade whatsoever, you need to have the ticker written down here, the price you want to buy at, the price target, your stop loss. The stop loss is if it goes down to a certain level, I'm going to sell no matter what. I'm going to honor the stop loss. The scale out levels, if you wanted to scale out your profit loss after the trade is completed. Was it on your watch list, or did you just find it somewhere really fast and was like, oh, I want to trade this? Was it a call or a put if you were doing options? Was it a long or a short with leverage if you're doing crypto? And then the reason you bought it, it could be something as simple as a momentum, like momentum play that happens all with meme coins. It could be a breakout, it can be a support bounce, it could be a moving average bounce. Whatever the reasoning is, you can write down. You just have to do a simple gist of the reason. You don't have to do like the whole thing, basically. And then if it didn't go so well, what did you do wrong there? You can also do what did I do right, but most of the time you're going to already know what you did right because you're all proud of yourself when you have a green little number right there. So I'd say really have a stop loss in there. If you guys don't have stop losses on your coins, on your positions, it's going to really hurt you one day, especially when Bitcoin takes a sudden drop like we did the last few days. I know a lot of you guys didn't have stop losses, so you weren't able to sell all of your coins at once like a lot of other people did. But yeah, remember, ticker, price spot, price target, stop loss, scale out, profit loss, watch list, call, put, short, long, reason for buying, and what did you do wrong. Let's see. Hey, so thoughts on why so many institutions are selling? I think right now, just because of some of the patterns that we're looking at, most of the patterns involved with Bitcoin right now are bearish. On the weekly, we're in a gigantic double top, which doesn't look too nice, and on the daily, we're kind of in a head and shoulders, which also doesn't look too nice. So I think they're just waiting for all of this to kind of die back down a little bit, hopefully a breakout, and then you're going to see some of those institutions start buying back in. And plus, it's towards the end of the year. Why not sell at a loss? Basically, since it's already pretty much going to be confirmed here, why not sell for a loss and pay less taxes, and then put that money right back into the market in the new year? Hey, Daniel, I'm doing well. Thanks for asking, my man. Hey, Riz, now you have something. That's good. It's better for when you're doing day trades or swing trades where you're kind of going to sleep the following night. But like the key thing you guys should have done here, which we talked about a little bit here for Bitcoin, is let me just remove all the drawings. I'll just do one simple thing here. There you go. The breakdown was right here. Should have sold right on that breakdown or $1,000 below. Most people probably give it a few $100 or $1,000 and a little bit of leeway in case it wants to form a wick, then it kind of pops back off before the end of the day. But you can see at the moment that was the time to sell, and then we kind of we're recovering at the moment, and then we're probably going to come back down because right now what I see happening here, unless the whales come in and kind of really start churning stuff up, which could be pretty nice, it looks like Bitcoin wants to do a little bit of this. Now, I'm not saying we're falling down below this new support. The heck was that? Oh, magnet. What I'm thinking could happen is we just start making higher lows and higher highs after this, and then we start going into this overall pattern where we have the shoulder, head, and then the shoulder somewhere up here, and maybe the shoulder peaks actually at this old trend line somewhere up here, like at 57,000. Hopefully a little bit higher than that, but maybe it peaks, and then we start coming back down to the neck. And the neck is going to be somewhere around here, about $40,000. So that's what I'm looking at for now. I think we're probably going to try to have higher lows here, try to continue grinding up, but it's not going to be nearly as easy as it was just a few weeks ago, a few days ago at this point. Hey, Irvin, how do you get around in Robinhood for a stop loss? As far as I see right now, Robinhood doesn't have a stop loss for crypto. I don't know why as of yet. Oh, my phone's about to die. Hold on a second here, guys. This one, and this is my phone charger. Sweet. All right. No, I can't find it. What I would say is, once Robinhood gets their wallets together, just move it over to a different exchange. You guys know I always like BitGet and whatnot, but there's also KuCoin, Binance if you're outside the United States. There's Binance US if you're in the United States. Femex is one out there as well. There's a lot of exchanges. I'd move it over to one of those ones because the stop losses are so crucial. And one of the beauties about having the stop losses, especially on BitGet, is there's two ways to do a stop loss. You can do a stop loss for a specific number. Let's say like if Bitcoin goes down to 50,000, stop loss. Or you can do a stop loss saying, hey, I'm only risking 5% of my trade. So if I lose 5% of my trade, stop loss. the stop loss will trigger. And that's just for safety's sake at that point. And here, Tyler. As far as Dogecoin, I'm not entirely sure because right now it looks like everything about Bitcoin is pretty bearish, except for maybe one last pop for a shoulder. I could see if Bitcoin does come all the way back down to 30,000, you're probably going to see me sell all of my Doge and a lot of my swing trades as far as crypto is concerned, and then look to buy everything back at a much lower price in the future because I don't want to deal with those losses. I'd prefer just to take my profits, hold a bunch of cash, and just wait till the market kind of resolves itself. We're not there yet. We still have a while to go, and a lot of things can happen. But if Bitcoin does come down, you're probably going to see me sell off quite a bit of my Dogecoin. Remember, because my average on Dogecoin is 0.0024. So, but yeah, in the short term, there's a possibility, but I wouldn't say it's too likely at this point. And again, unless Bitcoin's able to really like whales come in, start pumping stuff up like crazy, that's going to be the goal right there. Hey, Pasta Time. As far as buying coins for the long term, some of the mega cap ones, like the ones that with very, very large market caps, it's a great idea. I prefer to buy a few of those every single week type of thing. And then from there, you're going to find some type of exchange that allows you to get some great interest rates on them, whether you can stake them or just hold them and get interest. Voyager is probably one of my favorites as far as interest is concerned right now. If you want, you can also check out crypto.com. I know they have some interest there as well. But for the most part, that's how you're going to do it without actually opening up a retirement account. If you want an actual retirement account to get the tax protections from saving up for your retirement account, I have a link down below for Bitcoin IRA, I believe it is, and from there you can actually open up an IRA or a Roth IRA or anything you guys want, as a retirement account, and then from there you actually earn interest on your crypto and on your cash, which is pretty nice. But that's true long term. That's true retirement. But the benefit of doing those types of accounts is you're also not having to deal with taxes every year because you're not pulling money out of your retirement account until you actually retire, right? Especially if you're doing the Roth IRAs. Roth IRAs are a beautiful thing. Hey, Heaton, within the last 3 hours, $140 million of Bitcoin was transferred to exchanges. Not much. Yeah, I wouldn't expect it to be much right now. Everybody's waiting for, I think, this next drop, and they might just be looking to short it here pretty soon. So we'll see if that shorting effort comes to fruition. Hey, David. Don't feel bad about it. David says, yeah, stop losses and especially limit sells are good. That way you don't hold on to profits and never sell. Yeah. Remember, I sold half of my Dogecoin at 50 cents and people were laughing at me and making fun of me. But my goal was to hit 50 cents, and at 50 cents, I was going to sell half of my Dogecoin, and I was going to sell the last half, the majority of it, around 80 cents. And if we did not get to 80 cents, but we got close. But don't worry about making mistakes like that. Just make sure that you whatever your plan is, you try to stick to it to the best of your ability. I think that the reason why I like stop losses so much is it forces you to actually listen to what your plan was, and you don't have to try to change it. Now, you could always go back into the exchange or your app and change the actual stop limit order or the buy limit order, but deep down you're not following the plan, but hopefully you would have some type of good reason for not following that plan, of course. Let's see, Bitcoin is kind of boring here. Let's go back to Bitcoin here. I mean, it's just as boring, actually. My averages of Doge at 17 cents. Should I hold or should I sell? It's up to you. Most people are probably going to be selling if it comes back down to breaking even, just so you don't lose out on any profit, especially because Bitcoin's in a pretty weird spot at the moment. It's either going to try to form a shoulder from here, or it's going to come down a little bit more before trying to make a shoulder. But regardless, it should come up eventually, but for how long, who knows there. You buy about $250 a week and have been doing it for just about six months. That's perfect. That's perfect. just make sure you split it up a little bit, and don't be afraid to take like 5% of that over time and put it into some YOLO coins that could potentially make you a lot of money if they explode. Right now, the best YOLO coins happen to be in the metaverse. Hopefully, there's some other coins that kind of pop off a little bit later on. Hey, David. Yeah, I was literally watching that stream when you said you were selling at 50 cents. Just happened to come back to your channel now after several months. I'm still up on profit, though. That's perfect, my man. That's perfect. As long as you're making money, it doesn't matter. But yeah, I took a lot of hate for selling Dogecoin at 50 cents. People were mad. But I was like, I just made a bunch of money. Shouldn't you guys be happy? They're like, no, we need everybody to hold so we can reach $1. And I'm like, you guys haven't. We don't know what the exact top of Dogecoin is going to be. So why not make money while you can? Some people like to just play it. There's a difference between the people that like to just try to make a quick buck and the people that want to make a living off of investing. It's a totally different mindset. You have to be able to take your profits. But let's face it, what normally draws us into the market in the first place is the ability to make money really, really fast. So we normally have to be fixed of that incorrect way of thinking in the market. Hey, Credploy, do you think Doge is going to drop lower than 16 cents? 17 right now. If Bitcoin comes back down to test out this support level, yeah, it'll most likely come back down to like maybe 14 cents or so, unless Dogecoin's really able to just hold and have enough buyers in there. But right now, Dogecoin's looking like it's in a downtrend, just like all the other coins. Let's see. Hey, Long Journey, please crash. Nobody wants to see it crash. We all want to see it go up and so we can make some money. But right now it does look a little bit more bearish, so that's not nearly as fun. There's Bitcoin. Let me go to Bitcoin on the 15, 30. Hour. 4 hour. We'll have an opportunity to bounce here in a little bit later. I'm hoping we can bounce off the 20 and start curling back up. Well, all we want at the moment, is to continue these higher lows. Higher low, higher low, higher low, higher low question mark around here, and then continue on this move. Was there anything that okay, right there, 3 hour. I was like, what did it actually hit? Hit the 50 on the 3 hour there, and it wasn't able to conquer it. May come back down to support though, which can be pretty nice. So yeah, we're just waiting on Bitcoin, guys. It's going to be a while, though. Most of us will be asleep by the time something really big happens with it. Hey, cheers, Travis. I'm also hoping we all can make some good money today, or just over the next few weeks. Everybody could use a little bit more money during the holiday season. I need to buy in my new position. Oh yeah. I mean, just be patient with it. I mean, just like me, a lot of people are just waiting, just patiently waiting. Bitcoin's going to do some stuff. You can do some fun day trading as well. Right now, I'm in the process of scaling out of some BitTorrent and scaling out of some Matic. And besides that, yeah, I'm not really doing much as far as the crypto world. I'm patiently just waiting. I've been looking at some options. I didn't find any that I particularly liked today, mostly because I was busy helping my mom out in the morning. But tomorrow, if you guys look for the channel, you guys should see me post some option flow data, and maybe coming out with some type of breakout happening in the future, or option flow data on stocks that are about to break out. So you guys will see some of that cool stuff, and hopefully that'll help you guys out. Or if there's anything unnecessary. Somebody's trying to bring Bitcoin down just a little bit here. Let's see. Hey, Fister. Why Ethereum can stay so close to 200 move rate other than Bitcoin and virtually every other coin? I think people are more excited about Ethereum going forward than Bitcoin. I have much more money invested in Ethereum than Bitcoin, and I believe Ethereum has just a bunch of long-term holders, a bunch of long-term holders. But I was surprised, just like you were, that Ethereum didn't fall down much more. But the fact that it's able to hold, it looks pretty good at the moment. I would not be surprised if it actually came back down to test out that trend line though. So there could be a couple days in the future where you might actually see Ethereum have really bad days compared to other stocks. So I'm watching it pretty closely, but it is a little shaky at the moment if you're looking at some of those technicals and looking at the charts. Why are there some gaps between candles? Usually there's a trade that happens or a rapid buy that occurred right at the end of the timer there. So like, let's say we have 22 seconds until this 5-minute candle is over. As soon as that last second's up, there could be a massive buy at that exact same second that causes the price to spike up. And in that fraction of a second, you'll see the difference in the candle right there. It's not a bad thing. It just means there's some volatility in the market or somebody's really buying up really fast. Has Phantom FTM likely already peaked on this for the cycle? It looks like it right now. It looks like it has. I'm hoping it can try to rebound here a little bit, but it looks like it doesn't want to break out anytime soon. What you're looking for right now, or the easiest way you guys can make money right now, is to try to find coins that are getting a little bit momentum, that are going against the grain of Bitcoin. And then from there, that's what you guys are going to really start buying up. And then you're just going to be holding it, ride it up for like maybe anywhere from on the low side 20%, at the high side hundreds of percents, and then just, enjoy the money. But that's definitely easier said than done. But, that's what you got to do. If you wanted to start day trading, guys, you guys are going to have to go to coinmarketcap.com, look for the coins that have some good movements over the last hour or so, or you can go to cryptobubbles.com or something like that, see what's moving, and then hop on board. As long as the technicals look okay, you can buy in a breakout or whatever you guys are looking for. And then from there, make a few quick bucks. Don't over trade. Just do it once or twice on the breakouts. And then from there, hop on the sideline and wait for another one, and then wait for another one, then wait for another one. If you hop on something that has too much momentum, you're most likely going to over trade on it unless you're doing a longer term swing play, like with Matic. I've been holding Matic for a while now after that breakout, and it's been performing very, very well. But even now, Matic looks a little heavy. So what I'm doing is I'm starting to scale out of my Matic position, and I'm hoping to get out of it by the end of this weekend. Let's see. Hey, Showtime. Oh yeah, it's definitely been pretty bearish overall, and it looks like it's going to continue being bearish until we're able to break out of this downtrend. This downtrend, guys, is the really big thing that we're going to have trouble with. Until we're able to break out above it, it's going to be troubles. Do I actually have this? No, I don't have it here. Okay, hold on. Let me go back over here to the 5. Back over here, daily. We need to be able to break out of this downtrend right here, this line. If we can break back above that line, then Bitcoin has a chance of really starting to rally here, maybe up to 60,000, maybe even higher. But in order for that to happen, we really need to be able to hold on to this 200 daily moving average, go sideways for a few days, even if it's boring, and then try to start a surge where we can break out. Hopefully that would happen sometime around middle of next week, early next week. I could definitely see that occurring there. Whether we break out or not, unknown, but at least we're going to be testing it out. And I think there's going to be enough pent-up demand to try to get us to rally a little bit here. Because if we're lucky, we're looking like we're in a head and shoulders. Maybe at the end of the day with Bitcoin, because, just because it looks like head and shoulders doesn't mean it's going to actually confirm that. Maybe we just come up here, come back down, and instead of doing the shoulder, we end up popping back up for like a double bottom down here. There's a lot of things that can happen here with Bitcoin. I'd love to see a double bottom. Of course, that means we're going to have to hold a bunch, and I mean a bunch of stuff. But there's going to have to be a lot of buyers. But that's a possibility right there. That's definitely a possibility. So that's what I'm hoping for. But, of course, when my mind is naturally going to the head and shoulders at the moment. The head and shoulders would be basically the same shape, more curved, of course, not just like triangle. But then instead of popping back off after a double bottom, if it was to be confirmed, then we would head all the way back down here to this level of about $30,000. And this is going to be that real nice buying zone that everybody's going to love. And then, with a very tight stop loss, and I'm talking like less than a 5% stop loss, because if we do break down below this, then that's where you see it's coming back down here to support levels around like 19,000. Which is, oh God, if Bitcoin goes back down to 19,000, that would just suck. But that clear buying zone is definitely right here in the low $30,000 range. I'm hoping we don't get down there in the first place. I'm happy to continue holding on and making money, chug along. But if we do have this head and shoulders breakout, or perform as a head and shoulders should, we should see it shoulder. We have the head pop back above here in the next few weeks, and then from there come crashing back down, and then we'll be at the big test where we're either going to bounce off for a double bottom, or we're going to do a full-on reversal, then start turning into another bearish trend where we have to focus on holding about like $40,000 or so. If not, we're probably going to have to come all the way back down to 29,000. Again, we don't know what's going to happen just yet. We're waiting to see what happens here the next few days. This is like the most boring time you could watch Bitcoin because it's making up its mind. Usually we enjoy once the mind has been made up. Let's buy, let's sell, let's short, let's do whatever. But at the moment, it's still just being a little bit of a baby and not doing anything to help us out at the moment. Right now, it just looks like it wants to come down a little bit more here. But whales can always fix that for us, can't they? Really? Okay. Let me put this right there. Get out of that downtrend. We don't need this breakdown anymore. Actually, fine. Yeah, we don't need the breakdown anymore. Add one last little thing of magnets. And then we'll get the Fibonacci levels in here. There you go. And there you go. Just getting rejected from the Fibonacci at the moment. Hopefully we're able to pop back above. There was that line I drew down here just as your support level. We really don't want to fall down below it. Otherwise, that's an opportunity to short, if you will. Let me see if I can find out exactly when that line is. Okay, well, fine. Let me just go here then. 4 hour. It's going to be 50,039.74. 50,000. Did I say 34? 39. Oh, that was my bad memory. And the last two decimals were 74 cents. There we are. Okay. Now hop right there. Oh, that's Bitcoin again. What was that? Sometimes I don't know what I do stuff. Okay. 50,000. $50,039. 39, and the last one again. Sorry about this, guys. It's 74. Better not mess up on me this time. Okay, there we go. See if we can try to hold on to a double or triple or quadruple bottom at this point. There we go. And you can see the line right here on the second chart. We're fairly close. There'll definitely be a little bit of selling volatility if we break down below this line. You'll probably see some shorts try to push us down. But hopefully, instead of shorts pushing us down, we can actually have some whales buying in right now. Hey, Probin, there are bill proposals in India which a citizen will be jailed and pay a fine up to 2.5 for using crypto as a payment tool. Well, that's pretty crazy. Well, don't use it as a payment tool. Just use it as an exchange to buy and sell, trade. But you can hold it as an asset. At least you can hold it as an asset. That's the best thing in order for you to do. I mean, I don't pay for it. I don't buy anything with crypto. I don't. I just kind of trade it. And hey, Saul, difference between limit and sell stop loss. Voyager only has limit. So limit order means you're telling the exchange what you're willing to sell it at or what you're willing to buy it at. If it's a limit buy, let's say Bitcoin right now is at 50,130. If I do a limit buy and I set it to 50,000, the order will not trigger until Bitcoin goes to 50,000, and then I will have bought into Bitcoin. So it's holding that money for me. Once Bitcoin hits 50,000, then I'm able to, that order goes through, and then you own then you own some Bitcoin and you paid 50,000, the price of 50,000 for it. For a limit sell, let's say the price is currently at 50,130. Well, I want to sell it at 51,000, so I would do a limit sell order at 51,000, which means the order will not go through unless I'm making at least $51,000. I'm getting paid $51,000 for those coins, or the price, not the not the actual amount, but the price. And then as far as stop loss is concerned, stop loss means so both of those limit orders are for when you want to buy in, when you want to buy. When it comes to stop losses and take profit prices, those ones are what happens when you've already bought in and you're just looking to sell. So if you're doing a stop loss, let's say the price again is like 50,200. Then if you're doing a stop loss, you say, hey, if Bitcoin goes down to 50,000, I'm going to sell my position at the market price, which means as soon as it hits 50,000, the best price it can give you, it'll sell at that best price, and you'll get the money. But it'll sell it for you. If you're doing a profit taker one, or the other one. Try to think of an easy way to explain this next one to you. You can just call it the take profit. I think that most people just call it take profit. Basically, it's the same thing. Like it's 50,200. If it goes to 51,000, instead of doing that limit buy, it's going to do the limit sell. So it's going to sell you. It's going to sell it at the market order once the price hits 51,000. So you might not get exactly $51,000, but you might get 51,100, 49,900, 50,200 or something like. You get my point. But those are the differences between the different ways you can buy. It's not too important not to have the limit buy and limit sell orders. I think it is pretty important to get the stop losses in there. That helps you, especially when you go into sleep. Let's say right now, for short term, this is worth buying right here. Bitcoin is worth buying at this level short term, just for a YOLO play, just for some fun. Now, if I wanted to have a stop loss when I went to bed, I would use this 50,039, maybe subtract like $100 from it, just in case we do a little bit of a wick move and then come back up eventually. But for the most part, 50,039. If we hit that level, I'm having a stop loss. My position is going to be closed, and I will only lose 0.24% of Bitcoin. Not a lot. If you're doing leverage, of course, it's going to be a lot more. But that's how you would plan that out. And then you can go to sleep and be like, okay, well, when I wake up, I either lost 0.5%, or we've at least come back up to the Fibonacci level, in which case I will have made about 2.5%. We're talking about small numbers here, but you get my point. Especially with leverage, you want to be very, very, very careful. There we are. Hey, Riz, thanks for the super chat, man. I really do appreciate it. Thanks for always answering my questions. I am a member and should show 6-month badge. Perks show I have been a member 7 months. Hey, Riz, I appreciate it a lot, dude. I really, really do. I know a lot of you guys have been here for quite a bit of time, and I'm hoping I've been able to help you quite a bit as far as learning how to trade. And I'm just now getting around to doing all these tutorials, which has been taking me a little bit longer time. But I'm happy you've been here for a while, man. Thank you very, very much for the super chat. I really do appreciate it. See, hey Joseph, as far as the rewards code, it should be that like those numbers at the end of the link, I think is the actual code. But if you click on it, it should help you out. Hey Garib, I wouldn't say it's going to have a big impact on those particular coins. I would say Congress talking with all these CEOs of some crypto companies, it's going to have an effect on the overall crypto market. Not so much just those particular coins of who those CEOs represent, but mostly the whole crypto market in totality. Yeah, I think VeChain's fine for a long-term hold. I wouldn't be buying it at these prices, though. I'd wait to see if Bitcoin comes down a little bit more like it looks like it wants to, and then you could be looking to buy some for a longer-term play. If you buy VeChain, I recommend buying it on some type of exchange that allows you to get interest for it, because I enjoy making interest off of VeChain and other coins out there just for holding it in my wallets. Let's see. And hey, Joni, hope you're having a very, very good evening. Let's see. Hey, Noah, Montenegro, BitTorrent. Oh, yeah, we can talk about that a little bit. BitTorrent's still trying to survive at the moment here. There you go. It's trying to rally. It's been having lower lows in the 5-minute chart. If you hop on over here to the 15, though, it's trying to hold over the 20, had a little bit more of a bullish cross. If you're looking for a stop loss for BitTorrent at the moment, it'd be right down here at 3656, which is a pretty decent drop off from where it is now. It's all the way down here like 9%. So it's trying here. It's having some issues, but I would have that stop loss set for 3658 as far as BitTorrent's concerned at the moment. Overall, though, still in a beautiful uptrend. Broke out once, trying to break out twice. If it can, I might try to get all the way back up here to 5030, which would be a really nice move. So I'm going to continue holding this for a while here. But if you're looking to do a short-term trade, that stop loss right there is what I told you for like 3650-ish levels. There we go. Yeah, and it's trying to hold this support level here. It's trying to hold. Let's see if it actually does. Hey, Travis, do you like the BGB token? What can you do with it? Right now, you can't actually do much with the BGB token. I'm buying it because it has a very low market cap. So, yeah, $34 million market cap. I shaved some off a few days ago. As I saw it coming down, you can almost see like a head and shoulders play right there. So I sold off some of it. I bought it back actually today and yesterday. But yeah, $34 million market cap. I think over time it's going to do pretty well. If you actually click on all here, you can see that it actually went up to all-time highs here a while ago. And that was really nice. That was before the Bitcoin dump. So I think this is going to be poised to continue going up higher over time, especially since it's an exchange. Exchanges are a great coin. Like, exchange coins are very good things to buy for long-term holds. Excuse me. Especially when they have lower market caps like this. This market cap is 34 million. If this just gets up to $1 billion in the next few years, I mean, it'll be quite a bit of money I would have made right there. Not even $1 billion, just let's say a couple $100 million, a few $100 million. That's still going to be some decent returns, but I think these exchange coins can easily get to $1 billion over time, especially since this market, they deal with the U.S. market and the Asian markets mostly, and both of those markets have tons of money, flowing through them, of course. As of now, what I'm waiting for BGB though is they're supposed to pretty soon let you stake the tokens, and that'll be really good because then I can just kind of stake them and forget about them, earn interest on them, and just keep on using them. And the one good thing about them as well, just like BNB and other coins, when you own the coins, you don't have to pay as many fees on the exchange, which is always a nice little bonus. Let me see right here. Hey, Anthony. Who is buying FEG token? Ethereum gas fees are insane and it's only available on DEX. So I think it's going to be a good long-term hold. Probably not many people just because of those fees right now. Everybody is, everybody on that fear index is looking pretty afraid. Maybe in the next few weeks, if Bitcoin takes another leg down, it'll be worth buying that for a long-term hold. Right now, like you just said, those Ethereum gas fees can be pretty darn brutal. What's Bitcoin doing? I see it kind of moving up here a little bit. I want to see if it can break above this trend line once more and then try to keep on going. And it's not going to have any bearish crosses, which could be a good sign as well here for Bitcoin. Hey, Travis, pretty good. I like the platform. It's simple enough, but it also has some, more advanced features to it. But it's really the fact that the paper trading is why I recommended it to you most of all. And the copy trading is okay, but it's really the trading features I like about it. Let me see what's going on here. Fine. There you go. And hey, Flawed Finder, thanks for subscribing, my man. I appreciate it. Is there anything actually popping off that I need to look at, though? I don't think so at the moment. Link is still doing something. I'm going to go to 5. Let's see, the 15. It's trying to. This could be actually pretty. If this falls down below the 20, this is going to be a really fun shorting opportunity. But until then, we'll wait it out. Just waiting for a Bitcoin to bounce off of here. And let me see, is there anything else I need to do? No, I think we should be good here. All right, everybody. I'm going to end the stream here. I got to go check on my mom. She's still sick and she's still throwing up, so I need to go help her out here. I will be on tomorrow. Later on tonight, you guys will see that I'm going to post some videos about options and what options hedge funds are buying. I'm actually going to do that at my mom's house after I get her some water and tea and stuff like that. So keep an eye out for those ones. And I should see you guys tomorrow afternoon. I'm probably not going to be streaming much in the morning until my mother is feeling better. I'm usually spending most of my days at home, not home, but at her house in the morning, just making sure she's fine or taking her to dialysis and stuff like that. So my mornings can be kind of hectic. Overall, though, I think I'll go live around 7 o'clock tomorrow evening, guys. 7 o'clock around tomorrow. 7 o'clock tomorrow evening. Sorry, guys. I'm tired. There we go. Thanks, Anthony. Thanks, Courtney. I appreciate it. And Courtney, your goal for next stream is to ask a question about any coin you so desire. And thanks, guys. I appreciate it. I'll see you guys, like 23 hours from now, something like that. And hopefully tomorrow's stream will go a little bit longer, but I'm also, taking care of my mom priorities. You guys get it. Thanks again.